Yo,
My co-host Hove. Since we've been gone, the Knicks have completed the journey, and New York City is absolutely on fire. We're gonna touch on and wrap up the finals. Um, but we got a couple different stories. Top of the line right now is Giannis saga. Supposed to be coming to an end. At any point right now, it could be coming to an end. It sounds like it's between Boston and Miami. There is no third team joining. There is no expanded package now. They can agree to a deal now, and then it can expand later on to get more. But for right now, it seems like to be a one-for-one trade between two teams. And as y'all know, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I am praying for this. I need this. We've
begging.
been
He begging.
begging,
Oh,
whatever
oh,
you want to call it. I don't care. Like, what? My fandom has no parameters, no integrity. What are you talking about right now? My fandom is
He been
100%
quiet a
for me.
lot during the season. He's been real quiet up
but
until
hold on,
No,
now.
but hold,
no, not quiet. I've been telling the honest truth.
hold,
We ain't got it, and it's a wrap for this season.
hold. This what got me this morning when he goes, man, Boston being stupid. Why they want to trade JB? Y'all didn't want to ring. I said, this dude is
Perfect,
begging.
perfect, perfect. Because let's get into it. Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense why Boston. Why? Why would you go get another max guy to slide into this slot? And you need. They don't. They're not just a simple Giannis away from winning the East. Do you agree with that?
The East? Yeah, I think so.
You think simply swapping Giannis for JB, they're winning the East?
I think who knows? Tatum didn't play. They were hurt. You know what I mean? You go out, you sign old boy from Chicago, he couldn't guard you or me. So they couldn't even play
That
they
was
couldn't even play
You
him,
talking
right?
about
So
Vooch?
yeah, so you go out, reshuffle the deck, you know what I mean? But like we talked about the other day, Rome, like people was in the group chat talking like Giannis ain't Giannis. It's Giannis.
no. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous, and Tatum is ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong. I just think that you got to be a lot more balanced and have a lot more depth to survive the grind of the season. Like that's just my belief now. Today in today's NBA, teams are super deep with a lot of different talented guys. Just our last couple of champions been super deep. Like that Knicks
Right.
team got. I mean, they switched out a couple guys because McBride was early in the playoffs, and then they went to Alvarado. But that starting lineup is out cold.
Out cold. No,
And
I'm
And
with you.
that's kind of hold on. I hate to cut you off, but I
no,
No,
just
no,
jump
no. Go
in.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Jump in.
on that point, right? With what you saying, and I it's like the power, right? When you say like the Knicks, I feel like they're top heavy, and they have decent role players because I mean, be real. Like some of them got like Clarkson. Don't get me wrong, nice role player, but compared to some of the role players, he's not the best. McBride, decent role players, but more top heavy. Then you look at some of the other teams that contrast, like I would say Boston, right? I would say more top heavy with a Tatum and a Brown as their main two, but then you throw in a better role player and a White and a better role player and a Pritchard and a better role player and having better role players. So I think it's just having a better balance overall as a team, right? So you can have one amazing guy like Shea and have all these bits and pieces, not discrediting none of them other guys, but I feel like they're great role players. They're not superstar guys, but you have him though, right? So
I mean, I think you look at Giannis like he's a premier big. Think about it. When Boston won it, they were nice inside. They clearly didn't have that this year. But again, if Tatum doesn't get hurt, maybe not. I mean, the way the Knicks was rolling, they probably don't get past the Knicks anyway. So that saved you some embarrassment. But I think, like we was talking about this earlier, Rome, as Brad Stevens is doing his job. He's saying, looking at our team, do I think we can go and compete for a championship? Can we get to Can we get to the playoffs? Sure. Can we win possibly one or two rounds? Absolutely. But can we win a championship? And he is clearly saying, I don't think we can win a championship currently constructed. We got to get bigger. We got to get tougher inside. And, like I said about Giannis, man, like, besides this year, every year, top four in MVP, all NBA every year. Like, he's one of the top five players in the league, period, bar none. And it's clear Boston values Tatum over JB. I think that's clear. We've all said that. I think you can argue, like, how, right? I'm sure if you're Jalen Brown, like, how? I'm Finals MVP. I've done all these things. Hell, look at the year I had this year versus before you came back. You've been wrong. You've been clear and vocal on that. Like, why bring him back? Why mess that up? You know what I mean? So
I never
he's
understood it.
yeah, it's gonna create a chip on his shoulder, but I think with Giannis, man, you gotta go get that, man. And you adjust. And here's the thing: they a 3-point shooting team. Maybe they saying, listen, we gotta adjust. We gotta play a little different. Not saying we still can't shoot threes, but we not just gonna shoot as much.
No. Brad said that damn near verbatim. Like, yo, this ain't working. It's too many threes. We relying too much on that, and we
Right.
need some more inside. And this is where that comes from. Like, this is one of the most, maybe the best inside player in the game right now, right?
Right.
And like on his face, I get it, but we are talking about a salary cap sport. You have two guys that's making super max money. How do you feel the rest of your roster if you got two guys making super max money, and then Boston and Milwaukee is saying the 1-for-1 trade we ain't doing. Y'all got to send more than that. Like, they've clearly made that, like, we don't want to, like, because it makes no sense for them to that, and that was a premise of my earlier arguments against it, because it was sounding like swap Jalen Brown for Giannis. Where does that get Milwaukee, right? Like, that you become,
Nothing,
yeah, it does nothing for you. And you do have to think about Milwaukee's books. They have Miles Turner on the books with a max contract. They paid Dame Lillard to go away. There's still dead money on their books for, I think, the next 3 years. Why would you go get another super max player and not get draft capital and stuff like that to replenish your squad? And the reports now that they got a separation in ownership. One owner, Jimmy Haslam, who's also the owner of the Cleveland Browns, he's already traded away a max superstar player on his football team. So he's having a hell of a summer. And
dumbass.
he's telling them, I want the Boston trade to get another superstar back because I want to keep our ticket sales up. And it is a business, right? It is a business. If you take Jalen Brown, you definitely going to sell more tickets than Miami's package in the short term. But for basketball purposes, rebuilding your team and getting under the salary cap, getting some relief from that money, the Miami offer is a better offer. I'm sorry. And people don't know this. Khalil Ware is going to be a very, very good player in this league. He can already shoot it. He can always defend. He's 7'2", 7'3", long arms, right? And he's went up against Wemby, and Wemby has not destroyed him. Like, Wemby still has some good games, don't get me wrong. He's not just out there clowning him, but it's definitely a harder task when Wemby's going up against that dude than 90% of the league that we've seen, right? So I'm definitely biased. I won't say I'm unbiased in my opinion. I definitely want him to go to Miami. But I also think if I was the Milwaukee Bucks GM and I'm trying to break this down and restart and rebuild it, Miami's offered the one I was going to go to. What's up, Ho?
More assets, definitely. I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, I gotta say I was wrong, fellas, too, about the whole Giannis take about. Well, not totally right. I'm sure, like you said, Brad Stevens said, "Hey, we shooting too many threes. Let's get a little bit more inside." But after sitting and thinking about it, with if they still keep that same game plan of 3-pointer shooters around Giannis, I mean, it definitely works. And man, I think what we'll be seeing here with the Giannis and JB trade is Giannis is actually somebody who slams the door when it comes to closing games and things. Like, not saying JB doesn't, but I think overall dominance, though, I think you just get a different dominance from Giannis because of also his physical stature, right? So I think getting him, that does put them a bit better than where they were having JB, just because of the force that Giannis is inside, really.
I mean, it's Boston, bro. Like, they're gonna put, like I said, Brad is proven. He gonna put the pieces around. He gonna put the pieces together. It's Boston, right? It's like the Lakers, like they think championship. It's always been about championship, right? These other teams, it's about winning. It's about getting to the playoffs. It's about taking steps. With Boston, man, Brad wants to win another ring, and you know, you're blessed to have, you know, two max guys. You know, one is, you know, we can all agree is a little more talented than the other, right? It just so happened that Tatum got hurt, but when you can bring in a guy like Giannis, and you know, and if Giannis does go to Boston, this will be easily Giannis's most talented team by far, just by having Jason Tatum next to him,
And you still in the
easily.
East.
And you still in the East, and you still in the East, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't make no mistake. New York is going to be, you know, they're going to be pressure next year, but you know, the Morris twin was on there, and I don't disagree with what he said. He said the best team didn't win the championship,
I
right? And
don't agree. I
sometimes
don't
that
disagree with
happens.
that.
Yeah, sometimes
Wait,
that
whoa,
happens.
whoa. So who was the best team?
He said OKC was the best team. They you know, two of their better players got hurt. You know, they went seven with San Antonio. Who's to say if they were healthy that happens, right? And I don't necessarily disagree with it, but that's what happens in sports, right? Injuries are a part of the game, right? That's why you build deep rosters, like we talked about. You have guys that can come in and pick up some slack, right? So, but New York is still going to be formidable, right? At the end of the day,
Yeah.
they still going to be formidable out east, but I don't think it's just like look at last year when OKC won it. What were we talking about? This is a dynasty in the making. We're not saying that about the Knicks. We're like, hey, they're gonna be nice next year. They're gonna compete. It's gonna be a lot more competitive, right? Especially out east, because you got, you know, if Boston makes this trade. You know, even if Boston don't make this trade, they still gonna be competing. You know, if they do keep JB and Tatum or end up, they still gonna be up there. You still got the Pistons. It's super competitive, right? I think if you were a betting man, which we all bet a little bit, who's more likely to get back to the finals, New York or San Antonio? I think we're all betting San Antonio.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and you just said it, and it's a perfect segue into the finals because we didn't get a chance to give our closing thoughts on it. But and so, I mean, we don't have to relitigate what happened. It was an amazing. It was the best 5 game series I ever seen. Like that was like just riveting TV. It was the best stuff I ever seen in my life. And you just talked about New York and you know what they're doing as far as next year. And in the grand scheme of things, and we're looking ahead or whatever, there's a whole gauntlet to do it again. But if this dude Brunson put up the second one that looks anything like this, then we're gonna have to open up the books. You know what I'm saying? I think off the strength of who he did it for and breaking that curse in the city that he did it for, I think he definitely right there on the cusp of being a made man. He definitely a made man in the biggest city in the world, so that probably make you a made man basketball
He a made
wise.
man.
made
He a
man.
made
Ain't no
man, bro.
if.
He a made
He's a
man,
made
bro.
man,
He a
man.
made man. He ain't
I'm
got to win
talking.
another
Okay,
championship.
so let's talk about it, right? My basketball made man scale is the Steph Currys, of course LeBron. Like those are the hollow names you're with. The Isaiah Thomas. Is he like is? Let me ask you this:
But
is Dirk Nowitzki a made man in basketball
yes,
terms?
Yeah, I think so.
yes.
I
But
agree.
but here's why he's a made man, and I think Brunson is kind of on that same level. Is how he won it, who he had to go through to win it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
That's
who
why
he
you
won
put
it
a
with?
little right, right. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I feel like Hove, you chime in because I feel like we on the same page. Like you said, winning it for New York, you took the pay cut. Dallas ain't want to pay you. Like you just add all that into it, and you 53 years. It's New York.
Yeah. You winning for the Lakers, they looking at you like, all right, you won one, but how it fare up
Oh
against
yeah.
Magic and
Hey,
Kareem and
listen,
them
listen.
thing
No,
they had.
Hey,
All right, that
no,
one nice,
you know,
but you know,
listen,
Cove and them did it.
that's what
listen.
Brian going through it right now. It's like you won one, but
Yeah.
You won
Brunson
one,
walking around
and
New York.
y'all hate that I say it. You won one, and you won it in the bubble. Y'all can say what y'all want. I ain't
I ain't
saying it's
tripping.
better or worse. I'm telling you it's different.
I
That's how the Lakers fans looking at him.
I think it's more so about the one, because again with the Lakers,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Lakers.
You came
I
over
could.
here and you
With the
big bad
Lakers.
Brian and you brought us one. You come over here
I'm,
with a
I'm
chicken
gonna be.
dinner, man.
I'm gonna be.
Come over
What
here
he
to the
say?
biscuit dinner, man.
This
You come over
chicken
here with
biscuit dinner in the Porsche? No,
Man,
but
we gonna
listen
ride up
though.
the coast in the
I
Porsche.
think if Bron would have gotten to at least another finals and then lost, I
Yeah,
think we
they'll
would be
take
like,
that.
okay, but you've been to
Some
one.
hollow names up there, dog. Man, them names, man, and in their lore, like you said. Um, but so New York, right? How they went about it, and it's a cautionary tale for a lot of teams, right? I'm of the belief if you feel like you're close enough, you go for it. And they traded the
100%.
picks for Bridges. They hit the lick on getting Anunoby. Julius Randle, people might be forgetting this because Julius Randle has, kind of shaken up his outlook as a player right now with how he's played in Minnesota. But he was beloved in New York before they traded him. He was beloved, right? And they was trading him for Towns, and people had
Cause they
questions
didn't
about
know what
Towns.
winning looked like. Until they see
And
Brunson, they like, oh, this is what winning look like.
and Theo, you was on top of this, in the previous pods beforehand, because we were all kind of on the same page of like the first two games. Towns was the Finals MVP, and that dude has done wonders for rewriting his story. Like his
Oh, for
story
sure.
was totally different now.
Totally
Like
different.
people looking sideways at Jimmy, like Jimmy didn't make two finals, one in the bubble, two finals himself, like leading the team. People looking at Jimmy like, huh? Wiggins got one, Towns got one, you ain't got none, but you was calling them soft.
Yeah, but the only thing I say is Jimmy was the guy.
Yeah, he was the number
Exactly.
one.
It's
Nah, man,
levels to it. It's like at the end of the day, I don't care what you say. It's levels to
Yeah,
it.
hey
It's
yeah,
man,
levels to this.
yeah.
what Jimmy did to them boys on that finals run, not the bubble was cool, but the second one, what
Yeah,
he did to the
yeah,
league, oh
yeah,
my God, that was
yeah.
ridiculous. The run he went on was
Hmm.
stupid.
Right.
So cover a little bit of the Knicks. Got to talk about the Spurs, right?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk about people saying like, would our outlook be different if they had went on and just lost in 7 to Oklahoma City? I think the overall view, like overall, everybody's opinion, not just mine, I think for sure they looked at better if they just lost to Oklahoma City instead of losing to the Knicks. Because that was who you supposed to lose to, right? And we're always about who you supposed to lose to, and we're okay with that. You weren't supposed to lose to the Knicks. You were supposed to dominate them. You were the favorite. You had a 29-point lead to tie the series,
Led
and you
every
lost.
game. They led
You
every
led
game.
every game. You had a
Every
lead in
game.
every fourth quarter of every game in that series, and you
Every
lost it.
game.
And
Yeah,
4-1, you lost it.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it looks bad, and they had the Fox blunders, and boy, that's a dead horse that we're not gonna
But
beat on
that's the
more.
one. That's the
That's the
one. Cause I'm not gonna make excuses, right? 23, 24, 22, 20. Man, these guys, man. I mean, you expect them, they're pros. You expect them to win the game. We expect, yes. But at the same, this what you get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if they lose to OKC, me myself, I'm not looking at them no different because I know what I'm seeing right here. I know what I'm seeing in Harper. I know what I'm seeing in Fox. I mean, not Fox, but Castle. I know what I'm seeing in Wimby. Like this ain't that. It look funny in the light. No, this the real. You know. So we know that they coming
Yeah,
back.
Hov, this my thing though, bro. And this where I get off. This where I'm like, I don't agree with that. Because had they lost, we would have said they young and they'll be back and all that. But they won. They won.
Right.
Right?
How did they win though?
What you mean? How did they win?
I'll tell you. My opinion is they won off of just pure emotion and I can't stand. I don't like y'all. I want to win so bad. Right? We didn't see X's and O's. Right? I didn't see X's and O's from
Come
from
on,
from from the
bro.
coach saying, you know what, this is what the great scheme it was the game plan was
They
every time
did.
Shea comes off the pick and roll, we're gonna make sure Wemby is in his face. Every time this happens. right? But that was simple. We know that. But
How's that?
that's a given.
But how is that not X's and O's? We not gonna
But
let this guy. We not gonna let their best player beat us, and we gonna guard him 94 feet. We gonna rough him up. How is that not a game plan? And you won. You go into the finals. And here's the other thing. And here's why I would agree with you. If they did not lead in every game, then I would agree with that. But you
but that's
led in every game.
but that's my thing. Is in the OKC series, we seen them just win off pure. I got nuts and I'm gonna beat y'all. And then in the Knicks series, we saw implodes because I feel like it was the pressure of being there in the finals for one, and then two, the coach wasn't not making that. We talked about
You
this.
beat the defending champ. That's what I'm saying. But this is where you got to hold the coach accountable. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. I think we all can agree in the next, let's just call it 5 years, right? Say next 5 years. The Spurs, not counting this year, the next 5 years, I think if I came to you and I said, Rome and Hove, $500 in the next 5 years, how many finals would you bet that the Spurs would make in the next 5 years?
I'm giving at least two more within
So
five.
two. Okay,
Yeah.
Ron, what about you?
Two, two.
Two. So at least two. So that means you would make 3 in 6 years, three finals in 6 years,
Right.
right? Which means you're going to be very competitive. Western Conference Finals, probably at least three. So that's 4 in 6 years. This is my thing. And then you would expect them to probably get over the hump at least once or twice. This is what I'm saying. Is Mitch the coach that's going to keep us in contention every year?
No.
So we agree.
And
And that's why you need to go make a
I don't
change
agree with
now. You don't
sure.
wait.
And look, and I'm not gonna be too critical on Mitch, right? Because the players still have to play the game, right? The players still have to play the game, but
I don't agree with that.
that's where it
I
comes in
can
the back.
I can point out so many mistakes he made as a coach.
He did. He made some questionable. Definitely made some questionable moves in times when he didn't make the things right. But and here's how I look at it. Right from a coach's standpoint, the younger the guys are, the more I need to be involved. Right. The older and more veteran team I have, the more I can kind of be a little bit more managed. Right. And this is where we look at him, and I'm like, what did you have going on, my dude?
But you making my point.
Right.
You just said the younger they are, the more they need to be coached, and he didn't do that.
Right. But we on the
Oh, they
same
only
page
gonna be
there.
they 22. They 22 right now. In 2 years, they only gonna be 24.
Right. We on the same page with the coach. We both saying kick him out. It's dog that want to keep him. He talking about no.
We didn't see
My
it so
whole
many.
Because you're rolling the dice on somebody that could have made the mistakes in the first and second round and you lost in. He got to the finals and we kicking him out. He beat the number one seed in the league. We kicking him out.
And
You
that's my
made
point
too many
of
mistakes.
are we out here playing off of I got the best talent and I'm motivating, or am I really exiting on? I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but there's definitely coaches out there that I think
he's
would
a
have
young
more
coach
experience.
too
He,
that can
That's
get
the
better.
yeah.
But that right
He
there.
can. But guess
Wrong.
what? You got a
No.
win now team, right? So if I have a win now team, I'm trying to accelerate this and I'm going to get me a better coach. to
Y'all
put
saying
these
that
guys in better
now.
position
Y'all
to win
saying
now.
that now. Y'all saying that now that this is a win now team now. In November, none of y'all was saying they was going to the finals then. This was a win now situation. That's crazy.
Nobody
But
thought they was
things-
going to the final. But
yeah,
I've been
but
saying
things-
that
but
the Spurs.
the
Don't make me pull
things-
up the phone and show you.
Things change. We all had said what we said, but things change. Things get accelerated. But here's what I'm gonna add. This is why there are great GMs like Sam's, the Brads,
RC Buford one of the best ever. The Spurs. GM.
RC, Bob Myers, because they always looking for the next best move that's gonna win me the chip. If I'm a Spurs GM, I know if I'm sitting in that seat today, and I know, hey, with the talent I got, next 5 years, I could be in the NBA Finals in the next 3 out of 5 years, barring injury. you gotta make the, like you said, you are a guy that's like, hey, if we got it, go get it. And these guys ain't gonna be no older.
JB
If
Bickerstaff
Trajan
at the
Langdon want to
Pistons together.
stay, yeah, Trajan Langdon want to be the Pistons GM in the next 2 years, he got to get off his ass. He got to get off his
Well,
ass.
so I don't think the coach is the move you need to make. The problem was, as a coach, he was stuck in the bind of, I had this veteran point guard that I've trusted out throughout the year. We need him to be in the game, whatever. And they played him and Harper together. My problem was, y'all got one center. And y'all one center is y'all youngest player and the lightest player probably on the team. He probably the skinniest dude as far as his frame on the team, and he's getting muscled up and beat up. In the close of that game, the Knicks got 2 offensive rebounds on free throws. 2 of them. In the closing game of game 5, right? And the roster construction needs to improve. That's the biggest thing that needs to improve. And you can't just have this one guy as your only 5 on the roster, because as we've seen, every time he came out, they were a negative. Even in the Oklahoma City series, when he came out of the game, they were in the negative every single time. That's what they need to improve, because I think that changes everything. If Dog doesn't have to play full-time 5, I get that's probably your best lineup, your closing lineup, your starting lineup, cool. But in the middle of the game, Luke Kornet, it was every team that they faced in the playoffs. When Luke Kornet was out there, it was a railroad to the rim every single time, right?
Man,
that's the stuff that they need to fix. That's not a Mitch thing. That's a roster construction thing. And I think because they had hit a schedule, now those bumps came up, and now you fix them and you figure it out, right? He just can't be your 5-man the entire time. He got worn out, and in the regular season, the biggest problem with Mitch that I have, and the whole Spurs thing, he has to play more minutes in the regular season, so he knows what this feels like to play 35, 38 minutes in the playoffs, because dude wore down every game. And he jumped out in the finals. They jumped out on early leads with the Knicks, and the Knicks just wore them down, stayed consistent, stayed playing their game, and they end up wearing them down every single time. And he's got to get better. He's got to get better if he wants to. And a lot's been talked about Vic's attitude, and so quickly he was a darling 2 weeks before the finals, and he became the villain after the finals because of how he talks, and he didn't shake hands. He had at least 3 flagrant fouls in the series, at least, and didn't get called for any of them, right? He's got to get better as a team. You can't pop off at the mouth the way you have been about how you're going to become one of these greats, and you can't close games in the fourth quarter. You've got to get better, and I expect him to get better. He's only 22 years old.
Yeah.
He has to get better.
But but here's the thing though, fellas. You're not guaranteed to get back there. So many things can happen. Right?
Hey, we all thought Oklahoma City, the first iteration of Oklahoma City, was going to be around forever. Never made it back until they changed the whole thing up.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not a guarantee, man. That's why you gotta, man, you gotta seize the opportunity when you can. You gotta seize the opportunity when you can.
So off that finals, is this the most dominant NBA Finals MVP performance that you've seen since who? Because dude went 45 in the closeout game, and they had like 97 points. Like, he went straight nuclear. And he closed out a lot of the games. He always had the attention on him. I think towards the end of the season, I think he figured out Victor's rhythm and how to score on him in the post and in the lane. Is this like, okay, so just tell me in the last 10 years what finals performance was better than this? I don't have this number one, by the way.
Giannis closed out against Phoenix. He had 50 and 14? 50 and 14 to seal.
Yeah.
He averaged about 38 that series.
50, 14.
Yeah, 50 and 14 in that closeout game.
He averaged 13. What do you average? 35 points, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block. Yeah. I kind of looked at overall. I didn't look at the final game, but I looked at overall. So I can kind of give you some overalls. You got Kareem and 71. He averaged 27,
No, 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 no.
18, and
Just
2.
just the last 10 years. Cause I know if we go back, yeah,
Yeah.
it's some out cold. I got you
Let's
on that.
see. You
There's the last
got
10 years.
man, last 10 years.
Put a
Yeah,
pin in that, Isaiah. We're gonna get to
Giannis. I
that.
mean,
We're
the
gonna get to
last one.
LeBron. We're gonna get to LeBron. I'm gonna cut you off. Isaiah, just keep that on mind. We're gonna get to LeBron in a second. Go ahead. Ho.
Yeah, I mean, it's either Brian. You got Brian. I mean, that's about it. Brian and yeah, Brian and Giannis. That's
I
in the
still
last, within 10.
I think Steph in 21.
That's my favorite one. That's my
Yeah.
favorite one. That's my favorite one.
You down 2-1. You going to
That was night
Boston.
night, right? That was the night
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
And they
You
didn't
do
win
your
another
thing,
game.
and they didn't win another game. He went off in game 4, and and that's when he turned the corner. But yeah,
He
Steph
told
in
them do
21.
not talk. Y'all talking to Draymond. Don't talk to him. Talk to me. I'm who y'all want to talk to.
Yeah.
Talk that same talk to me.
Yeah,
Yeah. That was my favorite one because before that, I don't think Steph was a made man before that. I think
No.
that was the one that sealed it. And let's talk about it in the group that night. All the jokes stopped. Literally, all the jokes stopped. Like instantly,
Yeah.
that game, that game 6 in
it was over
Boston,
with.
all the jokes stopped
Yeah.
immediately. He shut
He
it
was
all
definitely
down.
looking at stuff like, yeah, you done had bodyguards on this whole time. You done had Draymond, Clay, you done had KD, Eagle Dollar, you done had all these bodyguards. All these shots you taking. What's up? Where you at? Where you at? When you by yourself? And he showed up, and
He shut him up. Like
for sure,
he shut him
So
up.
for sure.
so this is probably the most kept secret right now, and most underrated movement, because I give him credit towards the end of the season. Like the Lakers didn't have a shot in hell if LeBron didn't show up, right? Like he held that thing together when Luka got hurt, and they ended up winning the first round series against the Rockets, right? They didn't have a chance in hell against Oklahoma City. We try to tell some of our nephews and sons and
Boy wonder.
cousins,
Oh,
like no,
man.
yeah, they didn't believe it and they lost money
Man.
betting on that, but whatever. But where LeBron going? And I think it's getting more and more realistic. And Golden State's been really quiet. He's been really quiet. And is the basketball world ready for that? Because I think a lot of people are gonna look at him sideways if he joins Steph team. I think a lot of people. I don't think that's gonna go over. People already hate LeBron. You just give him a reason. Skip's gonna go crazy. Who, by the way, I don't know what happened, if he got Tommy John surgery. Skip has found his fastball, because when he called that boy Victim Wembanyama, I fell out laughing. He's gonna have something special for Bron if he go to Curry team. He gonna have it lined up for dog if he go to Curry team for sure. And I think a lot of people will. So where you at with that? Where you at where you like to see Bron go?
I mean, for me, Golden State. I think the world would, man. It's gonna set you. That it's gonna put that Miami Heat team to shame. When you with all them boys, you talking about Jimmy, Bron, Dre, and Steph. One team.
They old though.
I get it. They definitely old, but dude, you can't you can't tell me that ain't gonna be must see TV.
It's giving me Rockets, Clyde Drexler, Akeem Olajuwon, Charles
Damn.
Barkley vibes. Go ahead, ho.
Yeah, like it's like the 5 heartbeats coming out for a reunion, man. Like, come on, man. I mean, I think it's okay if somehow they can. I don't know. I don't know. Make that play like a game every 3 games. Rotate. I don't know, but I mean, I don't see him really going anywhere else, because I think Brian still has to have that Hollywood effect to him, right? He still has to be Brian and be able to. So I think he goes here, and is one of them things that whether he win or lose is just a part of his legacy of where he played at. And I think he's making it a thing at this point. Like, we done looked at all the greats in the past and been like, man, you play for one team and you ride it out through there. But I think he's changing the narrative, and a little help of KD with the narrative of being able to go to multiple teams and play and try to figure it out.
He need to go to Cleveland, man. I mean, how cool would it be, bro? Just end it where you finished it. I mean, why not?
Brian wanna control, so I don't know about him and
The thing with Brian is
Harden.
Brian don't get no pay cuts.
But it's reported the Lakers already said we ain't offering you a max deal.
Right.
know.
I think that's where the Golden State thing come in at, like, we might not have max money for people,
We
but if
don't.
we had it, we would give it to you.
We got MLE, mid-level exception. We got 15. We got this hot 15 for you.
And that's why I think he goes there, because at the end of the day, he can still, ride off into the sunset on I played with Golden State and Steph and
Isaiah, I did see that. I seen
Yeah.
that the Warriors would like to flip Jimmy, and they probably put some in his pocket with it to get
for sure.
AD. Get AD. They got Draymond. They got Brian. They got Steph. Shoot, bring Clay back. Clay might.
Nah,
You know,
nah, man.
the
Even though
Celtics, the Mavericks
hey,
not keeping him.
Clay good is gone now. With old boy over there as the GM, and he good is gone. He can come. He can come to Detroit. We'll take
yeah,
him. We need
yeah.
shooting.
Mm-hmm.
We need some shooting,
Definitely
baby.
come over here to the D. Come to the D.
Yeah.
Some chili dog, coney dog or something, baby. Get you some
I'm
buffs.
I'm
Get you
I'm not
some
gonna
buffs.
touch that. I'm
What
just not
you
gonna touch.
mean? We
I'm
need
not touching
shooters.
I'm not touching that. Have you
What you
seen Klay
mean?
Thompson lately?
Oh my God, bro. He played last year with Cooper Flag, no Kyrie. Like, bro, it was a dumpster fire over there.
He
Yeah,
was
they
he
asking
been
too
there for
much
2
of him.
years, haven't he?
Yeah, he been there 2 years. They made the play in 2 years ago, and last year they were a lottery team.
Yo, you're not asking too much of you. Just we need you to
Yeah,
come
we're
over
not
here,
asking you to
hit
come
a
over
couple
here and be Golden
threes.
State, Clay.
Yeah, we just
We
need
want you to
about
come over here.
15 minutes from you,
Yeah,
strong.
we gonna get you open looks, and we just need you to knock them
Yeah,
down. Come
just
on, bro. Stop acting like
Uh,
that.
that's it.
Stop acting like that,
speaking
bro.
speaking of the
Bring
Pistons,
some in.
they were in the talks. Is it y'all gonna do something? I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I don't know what exactly it's gonna
Oh,
be.
it's on the
I
floor.
think Trajan is hearing the whispers. And I think
Look,
he's gonna do something.
Yeah, you gotta do something. You
Mo-
gotta you
man,
gotta come off beef stew
we
for
had
sure. Beef
we
stew
been
done.
we have been walking around and the swap meet for the longest, trying to find stuff on discount. Trajan in there with that platinum Amex this time. We spinning.
Yeah,
We spending this time. For
yeah.
real. It's
Beef
open. The book
beef stew
open.
beef stew
Gores
good.
don't like how things went down last year, man.
Nah, beef stew good is gone. We tired of fighting. Like that's over with.
Whoever, K, Asar, JD, y'all, they not. Whoever else is on the flow.
Yeah,
For
that's it.
especially if
That's
it
it.
makes sense. Come on, man.
Ron Holland,
Man,
bye.
whoever, man.
Bye, Ron. We love you, Ron.
So y'all,
We
Toby,
done.
whoever,
so y'all,
Duncan,
so y'all signing up for
Levert,
Tyler Hero.
Sasser.
I mean,
Man, that ain't you. If that was a thing, we would have been made that happen, man. That's Dollar General. We cool.
it's an expiring. It's an expiring. It's an expiring deal. It's
We
an
at
expiring
Neiman's.
deal.
We at Neiman's this time.
So what is Neiman's?
See, here we
Just
go.
give me some players.
Price.
He wrote.
Cause
He
Trey
roping
Murphy
you.
ain't it. Trey.
He roping you in. He roping you
Trey
in.
Murphy.
Hov. You
Trey
see what he
Murphy.
doing?
I'm
You see
ready
what he
for him.
doing?
I'm
You
ready
see
for
what
him.
he doing?
Come on, man. Miyagi. Listen. Listen. Trey Murphy is that he's in the high. He's high. His ticket, it's the ticket for him. They asking for the ticket for him, right? And it's not us setting up. That's the market value, right? We don't get to set the prices. That's what the value is. So we walked in the store. We seen him there. We like, you know what? Valuable. Too much. We walked out. We looking for something else. We gonna get it though. I'm pretty sure we just trying to wait and see what else go on with the Giannis and all the other moves.
Frank,
We gonna make something happen.
Frank said they want too much for Hero. I don't think that's us. Miami cool with just getting him off the books and getting him on out the door. Just slide us a pick. Slide us a 21 pick. We gonna slide that over
Nah,
to Milwaukee. Milwaukee want multiple picks nah, dog. This is what we got for you.
yeah,
We ain't got nothing else.
They want picks and assets.
No.
Yeah, they want They want the pick. They want Ryan Holland and Isaiah Stewart. Like what? For Tyler Hero, no. I think after this deal done, we gonna call y'all back. Hey, yo, what you got? Okay, you got a first round pick in the future and Ryan Holland.
Whoa, first round.
Tyler
yeah,
Hero,
for sure,
scat pack
for sure,
with a sensor light.
We
on.
We
cool.
We need that. You can put a lottery. You can put some protections on it if that make you feel better.
It's gonna be a late round pick. That's fine. You got it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and Ryan Holland, we'll work with that.
Hold on, you said
and Ron Holland. And Ron Holland.
Look at
and Ron Holland. We need Ron. We need Ron. I like Ron. Yeah.
Like Ron,
man, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all didn't let that Ferrari go. That was y'all problem.
Now
y'all put that Ferrari. Y'all put that Ferrari in the closet. JB ain't trusted. He ain't want to drive it. He ain't want to drive it.
Nah, you know
y'all gave that boy about 10 minutes.
Y'all can get Duncan back.
Oh man. I told y'all what he is gonna do for y'all. The Duncan experiment is what it is. So
he didn't
have a bad year at all. I'm saying
Duncan
once it came down to it, y'all was like, damn, they hunt him down on everything that they doing, and they getting good food off of it. Yeah, I told y'all what was gonna happen.
Man, listen. I had no problem with the way Duncan
we could play Duncan on one end and Asar on the other end, we would have been out cold.
Yeah, I was cool with Duncan. Duncan hooped.
Yeah, Duncan did his thing.
Solid year. Yeah, solid.
Your turnstile, but we.
So let me ask y'all this, and we got a big night tomorrow, and we getting ready to close out of here for the night because I'm starving and I've been up since 7. You are the Washington Wizards, Hove. Who are you picking? With the number 1 pick.
I'm gonna go. I mean, I'm going AJ. I'm going AJ with the Wizards. I've been watching this kid and I like him. I'm hot. I mean, I already know everybody is, but Caleb. I like the Caleb kid a lot. I like him a lot. I really I wouldn't be mad if somebody was like, "Oop," and he picked him first, or like picked him a lot higher, because I know he's supposed to go like top 4 anyway, but. Yeah, I like him a lot. I'm really high on him. But yeah, I'll go AJ. AJ is polished. He's displayed that he can play all the games. He wants to be the guy. If you watch any of his interviews or how he talks, he's really intelligent. And they want to be great, and that's what I mean. I think that's what we want to see out of these guys with this really high potential, right? We want to get that back in the game where the guys who are the guys be the guys and show us why they're the guys. So yeah, give me AJ number 1 to the Wizards.
D.
If you're trading AD, if you're getting him out of there because it was reported he wants a max contract, then I'm taking Cam Boozer. I just think, man, that kid is special, bro. He's so young, but he plays like a grown ass man, and I think he's gonna be a superstar. Super duper star, right? I just think he can stretch the floor, he can post, he can get downhill, he can rebound, he can defend. Like, I just feel like he can do a little bit of everything. I would go Cam, but I like and I'm with Hove. I love Caleb. I think Caleb is nice. I think people sleeping on him. I think when we look back on this draft and maybe 3-4 years, I think Caleb, when they do the redraft, how they do the redrafts, I think Caleb might be that guy that people are gonna look back and be like, man, he should have went number 1. And what's crazy is he might end up going like 3 to 5. You know what I mean? Somewhere.
I don't think he get past the Bulls. I don't think he get past.
So? Okay.
Well, because
where the Bulls at?
4.
That's what I said. 3 to 5. He gonna go.
That's
3
what
to
I said.
5.
Because I was gonna say that I seen him at 4. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Bulls
he gonna go
4,
3 to 5.
A lot.
But I think he's. But looking back, they're gonna be like, hey, he probably should have went 1.
Yeah, I mean, who I would like to see go first. Now that they have signed up for the Trae Young, you're gonna give him $200 million. You're gonna give him 4 years, $200 million. You need a counterpart to go with that, and I think that's Cam Boozer. I don't know what you're doing. I don't understand how in the the year of our Lord 2026 that you give Trae Young $212 million in 4 years? How? Like how? How? What do we do? What are you doing? Washington has not won 50 games in my lifetime or yours, and they just gave Trae Young $212 million.
It's to repeat. They just want a superstar on the roster. They did this with John Wall. They did it with Bradley Beal. Just have a superstar on the roster to sell some tickets and be
It's
mediocre.
malpractice. It's malpractice at this point. And so now you gave him the money. You're going to get AJ DeMonson. AJ DeMonson is a ball in hand player. He's a ball first dominant guy. You're going to go get Darren Peterson. He want to play point guard of all the position. Ball in hand guy. I don't know.
But
It blows my mind that you just got out of the Brad Beal situation and you sign up for a worse. He's not as. I don't think he was even good as Brad Beal at this point. At this point in their careers, when they gave him the money,
I I gotta ask y'all this: do you truly believe that you can put this rookie potential in here with Trey Young and him actually help allow him to develop? I don't even. I mean, I hate to say allow, but like like help his growth. Like I don't.
the Hawks just got off of it because they seen Jalen Johnson was the guy, and they could not play
Right.
well together, and they had to get rid of this dude so we can be. They literally was bringing him back, would lose games, and then take him back out, and then they will go back to winning. What are you watching? Like I don't. These NBA GM, it blows my mind that they get a chance to just walk around like we just knew and we know all knowing, and then they mess it up, and then they just walk up into the sunset, and then the next NBA GMs get hired, and we not supposed to question their moves ever. We're not supposed to look at your beforehand, not after the results, beforehand. I'm telling you now, this is a bad deal. This deal's going to go bad. Just like I told y'all when Daryl Morey signed up for the Sixers, that was a bad deal. That's going to go bad, right? Signing Devin Booker up for $75 million a year will not go well for the Suns. Maybe not when they move him to somebody else. Maybe that might go well for him. But, and Frank, at the time of the deal, Brad Beal was a better player than Trae Young is right now. I'm not talking about later on. No.
Yeah.
No.
No, no,
No.
Right now.
no, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brad Beal was a better player, bro.
Brad has never carried
Yeah.
a team.
That was Trey 4 years ago though. Trey couldn't get on the court. I'm talking about Trae Young right now compared to Brad Beal when he signed his deal at the same points. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, Trey did his thing with the Eastern Conference Final. That was a
Yeah.
great run. I'm talking about that dude ain't even shooting well from three no more.
Losing is a skill, man. For these GMs, losing is a skill, man.
No, losing is a habit. Winning is a skill. Losing is a habit.
Losing
And
is a skill too.
Yeah.
For losers.
Well, yeah. You may be right. So where we at right now is we waiting on the draft. We got our reactions for that coming up
Yep.
after the draft. And then I have for the next show, we're gonna calculate up all our top 10 players at the end of the season and unveil those.
Yep.
Like to get the crowd in on those and try to probably put a poll out beforehand on Instagram and Facebook and get everybody involved. So any closing parting thoughts before we get out of here?
Yeah, hopefully Giannis deal gets done tomorrow. We'll talk about that one on the next pod too. But Rome, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm hoping Miami, man. I'm pulling for you, brother.
And like,
Um.
why does Boston need him? Like, really? Why does
Hey, man.
Why do they need him?
Tell Pat chill out with all them 80s Italian mob tactics he trying to pull, man. Just get them people what he want. He need to get Giannis, man. He in there he pushing the envelope across the table to them people, man. Just tell them to come on just give them what they want.
It's crazy because I think I've said this from the jump, and Boston might be in it for real now that they actually offer Jaylen Brown or whatever. Cool, but I still think it's a tactic for them to drive the price up because ain't nobody else in on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Giannis don't want to sign an extension nowhere else. Like, so if it was just Miami, you had to take what we give, and then Boston, like, hell no, we'll play this game to drive up the price for y'all. Cool, and act like we're gonna do this. But they are running a risk of Jaylen Brown saying, "Bro, get me up out of here. Y'all got me messed up."
Exactly.
Flat
Oh
out.
yeah. Facts.
So
Finals MVP. Stop
I,
playing with me.
if they put him on the open market, I think they're gonna get a haul back from somebody. Like New Orleans is ready to give up Trey Murphy, Jeremiah Fears, that big man, all for Jaylen Brown. I guarantee they would.
And Perrin was on.
Closing thought, and I don't want to. I make sure I say this before we get out of here. Brooklyn, get the team out of there. It's over with. It's done. You don't have a chance in hell no more. When they was on the 53-year drought, you had a little window. Because we never thought the Knicks was going to win. We thought you just win a championship, you could make a dent on it. Now it's over with. It's over. That team belongs to its rightful owner. That city belongs to its rightful owner. None of the other sports teams bring them together like this team does. You don't have a chance. If I'm Brooklyn, if I'm their owner, I said, forget an expansion. I'll move my team to Las Vegas. How about that?
Facts. That's a good one.
That'll be a good
That's
one.
a good one.
I'll move my team to Seattle.
I was about to
give me
say
Seattle.
Even. Yeah, I was about to say Seattle.
Bro,
even.
there's nothing for you here anymore. It's over with, bro. That whole city is orange and blue. It's Jalen Brunson's town. Move on, bro. It's over. You had a little window. If you could have put it together, KD foot was a step back from the line, you might have got you one and could have got it done. It's over with. It's over.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. For real.
Yeah.
So,
Right,
we'll be back
appreciate
with
you,
y'all
Dusty.
on Wednesday. Yes. Oh,
We
wait a
appreciate you,
minute.
Dust.
Wait a minute. They lost their
Another one
coach.
bites the
They
dust.
lost their coach.
See, we ain't even text, and we just on the same. That's why I love you, dog. We on the same. we
that's
on the
all I love,
same
man.
wavelength.
Hey
man.
man, shout out
Hey.
Dust, bro.
We
Shout out Dusty, man.
need somebody that know how to produce in the background. Cause I would have had y'all queue up Boys the Man. It's so hard to say goodbye.
Oh, facts.
Man. Or it was all good just a week ago, Jay-Z.
It was
Damn.
all just good. They were supposed to practice. They were supposed to have a practice today. And say, yeah, dog going to that. But I don't blame him, man. Like, listen, bro. Like, college sports is a circus, man.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Yep.
I'm straight.
Go on,
I'm
get in
straight.
that
It's a
NBA. Go on,
circus,
get in that
bro.
NBA network and just
I can coach
keep
Cooper
do your
Flag,
thing, my boy.
and I'm starting with a clean slate with a new GM and with Cap, and we got lottery picks, and I got I'm straight.
In Dallas, Texas.
In
True
Dallas,
hierarchy.
Texas.
I can take a vacation.
I'm straight.
Like,
Yeah,
come on, bro.
yeah,
Come on, bro.
yeah. They put out a story where Dusty got a commit from a recruit. The recruit is all in, but his people is telling him like, "Yo, the agent is a like Dusty. We gotta wait till we close the deal with him." The recruit is, I don't know who it is, but he's posted online. Yo, I'm going to Michigan. Week later, I'm going to Michigan. Agent get involved. Agent messes all up, and the kid didn't end up going to Michigan. And they said that's one of the reasons Dusty like, you know what? I got mine. Y'all better get yours. I'm out.
Hey, I got it. I got that ring. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Eat
I'm
that
gone,
Izzo.
dog.
I got that ring. I'm up out of here.
See, y'all take it too far. You give a little bit of rope. This is why nobody like y'all. This is why nobody likes y'all.
That's cool.
All right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Get it how you live, player.
Where's the crown, baby?
That's it. Because if Izzo did it, he could have went to Phoenix. He didn't want to go.
Yeah. Or he
It's
could have
on-
No, it
won
was
a couple more
Cleveland. It was-
NCAA national championships. One or the other. He could have did that too.
No. Oh boy said he offered him a job. Was it Cleveland or was it Phoenix?
Cleveland
No.
offered him with LeBron.
No,
And
Matt.
LeBron didn't give a
Matt,
commit.
Matt is a
Matt
the
offered him
owner.
too.
He offered him Phoenix. What, a year ago or 2 years ago? He turned it down.
Yeah. So, Yeah, we'll be here all night. We keep talking about Michigan, so we
Oh,
get
for
out
sure.
here.
Got ours, baby.
I don't want to throw up tonight. So
Basketball
Camp
and
8,
football.
like, subscribe, review, share,
We coming
do
to
all of
Facebook.
that.
We coming to Facebook. It's going
Listen,
up. I'm telling
If
you.
they ban us because you sing that song, that's on you. Like, you mess up the pod because you sing this song and nobody wants to hear it. You got to live with that. So maybe we'll be back, maybe not. We got to
Nah,
see
we'll be
because
back.
he's singing the
We'll
song.
be back. We'll be back.